episode 36.
What's going on, Internet? I'm Christopher Peterson. You're listening to Nerd EXP Cinecast. This week I'm hanging out with Memo.
I am always here.
Cool. Kind of. Edgar.
Hello.
Andrew.
What's up?
If this is your first time, you're in for a treat. If you're coming back, thanks. We appreciate it. Each week we go through the top entertainment headlines and help you level up your movie IQ. As always, listeners come first. Knowers, if you're in the know. Such as Bill McNeil, friend of the show. I am Bill McNeil on Twitter, asks, does the Batman v Superman trailer redeem Man of Steel? So, a little background. His question is more speaking of kind of one of the major themes of the trailer that we see, which is Bruce Wayne watching the destruction of Metropolis, and that being his motivation for hating Superman. So, does that kind of long game, is his argument, make sense for Man of Steel being such a shitty, terrible movie?
All right, so let's go around the room first. Man of Steel. I personally thought that movie was okay, but it was a terrible Superman movie.
I agree with that.
So you second that, Drew? What did you think?
I didn't care for it.
Didn't care for it? Okay.
I don't know enough about Superman to judge whether or not it's a good Superman movie.
Okay.
I liked Superman Returns better.
Yeah,
compared to Man of Steel.
With that.
So that's all you need to know?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're talking about the theme of the, I guess.
So let's talk about the trailer first.
Okay,
let's not bury the lead. That's the biggest news out of Comic-Con.
Okay.
Batman v Superman.
For some people.
For a lot of people.
Yeah.
3 minute, almost 3 minutes.
3 minute trailer. I mean, not going scene by scene. I guess we could pull it up and like play by play it. To me, Batman looks great in this trailer. Wonder Woman looks great in this trailer.
Yes.
Superman still seems really off. And Bruce Wayne seems off.
Yeah.
And Lex Luthor seems off.
Way off.
So, I don't know. We got some good characterizations, some bad characterizations. And I don't know exactly where they're going with this. Which, I shouldn't. It's a trailer.
Yeah.
Overall, though, I think I am more excited after this trailer, but still cautiously optimistic.
Yes.
They did not swing me, way positive or negative one way or the other.
I didn't like Martha Kent subscribing to the Jonathan Kent ambiguous advice to Clark. It's like, you can be everything you want, or you don't have to. What should I like? What should I have done? Let the kids die? Maybe. Like that's what Jonathan Kent said, and then Martha Kent's like, all the world of things. Like what? Make a decision. Poor Superman.
She's no Alfred.
No, I mean you're spot on. Like Memo said, Man of Steel was not a good Superman movie, and I felt like that Kent, Jonathan, Martha, bad advice, carrying that through to Man of Steel. Batman v Superman.
Yeah, I didn't get it. Like, she always eggs on Superman to be, to be the Earth's champion. Well, from what I've seen in the animated series, and who was, anyway, yeah, Martha Kent's supposed to be supporting Superman, being like, hey, go save the world, go do your thing. Not, you can back out. You can be Clark Kent for the rest of your life.
Drew?
I should have rewatched the trailer because I don't remember a damn thing.
So, alright, so I'll give you guys my reaction. First time I saw it, as soon as the trailer hit online, so I was doing something busy while that panel was going on because of, as you guys probably have heard my opinions many times on this podcast, is I've been a hater of this movie, this idea for a while. The only thing that I had positive to say was anything related to Batman. So I didn't run to see this trailer. So finally got to see it. My first reaction was like, holy crap, that was a lot, but that was really good.
Yeah, I like the music.
So my first reaction, I was like, wow, this movie could be it. Like it definitely, the way that they pieced it together tells a different story than what I was expecting, but yet keeping a lot of the same elements of what I wanted to see. So again, I keep reference back to that Dark Knight Returns. There's so going back to that comic book, it was so cool to see the there's like frames that they just recreate the frames, and that's all they do in this trailer.
Yeah.
Every time Batman it's really on the screen, there's a side-by-side comparison of panels of the Dark Knight Returns. So that was really cool. I liked the fact that we got to see Wonder Woman. That to me was the highlight of the whole entire trailer. Seeing her in full gear, just fighting.
You could barely see her. Her costume was so dark.
I thought it was bright.
I thought it was bright.
Sorry, that was just a joke on Mimo.
Oh,
It was pretty dark. It was pretty dark.
Even for as dark as it was, this movie played great as far as color. It wasn't as dark as I thought. Touching on Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor, I'm glad that they're going for something different, but again, and we all knew this, they got Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
Jesse Eisenberg knows how to play one role, Jesse Eisenberg. And he plays Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
They gave him this line, the red capes are coming. And, it would have been great. He says it once, but the fact that he apparently says it twice in a row, I'm like... So that threw me out of the whole trailer a little bit.
The red coats are coming is a thing, and it's said more than once.
Because the red coat's Paul Revere.
But it could be like the Warhorse trailer. At the end of the Warhorse trailer, the general says, like, be brave, and they repeat it, like, twice after that. But in the actual movie, he only says it once.
I'm hoping that's the case.
There's not multiple red capes. There's only a red cape. So, like, Luthor's a liar. He's a liar.
He's going to say what I read online, I think.
Yes.
Whoa,
Speculation
what's
coming.
going on here?
Is this a plot synopsis?
A lot of people are saying that the army, so there's no explanation. We see in one sequence, and they showed it to us again in this trailer, there's a Superman army, or an army with Superman logos on their
I saw
sleeves.
that, but they have guns.
Right? But
That was
what if you call those guys the Red Capes?
Maybe. There's no way Superman endorsed these gun-toting guys. Like, I know he goes down in the bunker and we see them all kneel down to him. I think they're fanatics.
What was the biggest...
They are the Batman in the beginning of Dark Knight.
Yes.
I think...
wear hockey pads. Right?
For years, I thought he was saying pants.
Hockey pants?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are hockey pants?
Biggest shock in the whole entire trailer for me was seeing General Zod, like, right there. Like, they left no speculation. Like, holy crap, this is still going to be pertinent,
Yeah.
His neck doesn't look snappy enough, though.
Yeah. Should be a little...
Funny enough, though, did you guys see... All we see is his head, right?
Who are you talking about?
General Zod.
He's the guy in the body bag?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember saying Zod.
And then the casket, if you guys notice in the trailer, the casket... The only thing that says, like, text-wise on the casket, it says head.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No.
So,
Well, Superman ripped that shit off, didn't he?
No, he
snaps it off.
He just gently did it.
Yeah,
Well,
off camera, it came off.
That could be it. That all that there is in there might be just a head. So
You sure it didn't say Zod? And it's
no. It says head. Like, I went back and looked at it. It says head, and I just thought that was funny. Batman. Anything to do with Batman was pretty dead on. Ben Affleck, again, they don't let him be Bruce Wayne really in this trailer, so I'm reserving that.
Weird as Bruce Wayne. Like,
Yeah.
I
They
know,
give
like,
him,
I know they want him to be older, but like maybe because I've never seen Ben Affleck with like fake gray hair, he just looks.
They give him a
off
line.
and, like,
They give I think he gets to say one thing, and then all the other times he's just groaning and like looking angry.
I hope we don't have to go into the Batman origin again.
Oh, they showed us that.
They showed us the.
Hey, they showed Edward Blake, the comedian, as Thomas Wayne. Did you guys notice that?
I did notice
I didn't notice that was the actor, but yeah.
It's like, geez, we know Batman's backstory. We know it.
Did you notice there was one quick scene
Yeah.
of a kid swimming underwater?
Yeah,
And it's like,
how is that the point of that?
Aquaman's still in this movie. He's gotta show up somewhere.
I think that's the only reason they put it there for us. that it's an Aquaman, and I think they put that scene because I think the little kid is Bruce Wayne as a kid,
He sees Aquaman?
and he meets Aquaman,
What?
and I think so. It's established that Bruce Wayne as Batman has been Batman for the last 20 years or so.
Sure.
Oh,
That's established.
We
My
almost,
gut reaction, sorry Edgar, to the water diving thing was that's how kryptonite is found or something. That's what I thought when I first saw it, and then I read
there's so
online
many things
people
in
were
this
saying
trailer.
stuff about
The
Aquaman, and I
kryptonite was
like,
one. The other thing was like the Easter egg with like Batman's suit. It says, "Ha ha, the joke's on you."
That's Robin's suit.
Robin
Yeah.
suit.
What?
That's
Are you kidding
I thought that
me?
was Batman's suit.
No.
red. It
That's
has a red
Robin.
tinge to it.
And it has an R. It says,
I didn't see the
That's the
R.
R.
I just saw
That's
the
the R.
hammer.
No.
No.
That'll come up again when we talk about Suicide Squad.
So
Yes.
the theory
That's Robin?
the theory is it's not just Robin, it's Robin number 2.
Oh, Jason Todd.
Jason Todd, who Joker killed with a crowbar.
Really?
He got better. But yeah, in the 80s, DC,
That's Robin's suit?
In the
no
80s,
way.
DC had a hotline where people could vote to kill Jason Todd or let him live. More people voted for him to die. So the Joker killed Jason Todd because fans demanded it.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, that's Robin's suit.
So I think as far as trailers go, though, this was a great trailer. And now going back to the question, does that trailer by itself redeem Man of Steel? To me, hell yes, it does. Anything in that trailer, those 3 minutes of that trailer was anything better. Like, it made me more excited than anything I saw in Man of Steel, the whole entire movie.
So you're gonna go watch Man of Steel and then say this movie's better because of this trailer now?
No, I want to say that trailer is better than that movie.
No. The question is, does the fact that they're tying into the destruction, like when we saw Man of Steel,
Does it make it relevant?
Does it make Man of Steel a smarter or more elegant or better movie?
No, it's still a
creates
shitty
universe.
movie.
Yeah.
Still a crappy movie.
Sorry, Bill.
Also, the Man of Steel trailer was excellent.
Oh my god, Man of
Way
Steel
better
trailer
than
was-
The teaser
The Batman
trailer.
versus
The
Superman.
teaser trailer.
No, but all of them.
The teaser trailer when we see like the slow
Yeah.
Superman march and the little kid running around
What
with the
narration
cage.
do you prefer?
Ooh, Jor-El.
The Marlon Brando narration.
No, it was
No.
Jor-El or
Jonathan Kent.
Yeah, Jonathan Kent.
There's two different. It's the same
Marlon
footage.
Brando wasn't. No,
No.
Marlon Brando
No,
was Superman
Russell Crowe.
Returns. Oh, it was Russell Crowe. So I preferred
The
that.
teaser trailer for Superman Returns is excellent.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
that maybe
we're not
that's what I was
talking about
confusing it. But no,
Yeah.
I
Every
remember-
trailer for Man of Steel was amazing. I watched it like 40 times. That's probably why I hated the movie.
No, you legitimately had reasons. Not
No, listen, Hans Zimmer made hell of a freaking soundtrack for Man of Steel. So if anything, I'd rescue out of that movie. Like as far as like I will go back and listen to and go see it. That Hans Zimmer score was really good, considering what he was taking over. You know, he was taking over a John Williams score. And now, if you guys notice in the trailer, I don't know if you guys paid attention to the music. It's really on par. It sounds cool. So definitely props
Doesn't
to Hans
necessarily
Zimmer.
mean that it's music from the movie, though.
It can be.
They also showed like Batman opening up like a newspaper clipping. It's like
Right.
haha, like jokes. No, like no,
You
he
let
let them
your
kill
family
him.
die.
And it said like doesn't died. Like that was so weird. Like the newspaper said like dozens killed.
So the Joker is like haunting him in this movie.
Yeah.
Apparently.
No, that's Wayne Tower Falls,
Yes.
Metropolis.
right, but you would think
Yeah.
more than dozen
Supposedly
people.
in Metropolis. We don't know
All
this.
right, you're right.
We don't know. So one thing that they did establish in the Comic-Con panel is that Gotham City and Metropolis are sister cities that are separated by a body of water.
Yeah.
Where were you this
What?
whole thing?
I don't know. I was watching the trailer.
Zack Snyder revealed that.
So
he
that
said that was the biggest liberty
established.
they took.
That was established that they are sister cities. So one, we don't know if Bruce Wayne was actually in Metropolis or if he was in Gotham.
That
He
fight
could
went
have
all
been.
over the place. And
That's exactly.
How
that-
did Lois Lane get to Gotham so fast?
because there's a bridge.
She teleported.
Sorry, I'm just trying to be funny.
Superman just threw it over the lake. It's all good.
last thing for me, pure speculation, and pure speculation on my part, but taking steps of the trailer.
Yeah.
If you're sensitive and don't want to hear, just skip ahead a minute. I think at one point Lex Luthor controls Superman, and he's behind the Shield Army, and that's one of the reasons Batman and Superman fight, because there's this really awkward scene where Superman kneels
kneels.
and Lex Luthor like pets his head, I'm like, why the fuck
That's the way it's
Superman
framed.
let him do
they-
that?
Actually, because of kryptonite.
Right.
It's because the way they framed that scene. I don't think we're gonna see that same exact scene in the movie. But I got a reference for you on that one. Remember in the Dark Knight Returns, pretty much the president of the United States calls Superman and it's like, Superman, you need to go take care of your homeboy,
Right.
Batman. And like he does it. Oh yeah, you need to go take care of what's the country? I can't remember. Well, the Soviet Union. It's Costa.
Kardak?
I can't remember. It's
Is it a
it's
made-up country? Or?
no, it's an actual country
Okay, I don't know.
or a territory in South America. But like the Soviets, like the president says, Superman, we're sending you down there. So I think that's the effect that they're gonna take. We see that Lex Luthor is in close ties with the person who's Holly Hunter's character, whichever representative, senator,
part of the government.
So I think that's where they were going. That's how I saw that scene.
Okay.
That again, I think if you guys haven't heard this enough, treat yourself. Go read that novel before you watch this movie. Again, I will warn you.
Or not.
No, it will
because
ruin it. It will ruin it.
No, if you watch the movie and you
And
read
it
the book,
sucks.
then you're like, oh, okay. But if you
what
read
if
the
the
book
movie
first,
sucks? What if the movie sucks? There's a lot of things that the movie will do that's going to spoil every single thing in that
but
comic book
wouldn't it be
story.
the reverse too, though?
Redeem it?
No. If you read the book first, won't it potentially spoil the movie?
I'd rather have
Zack
that movie
Snyder
spoiled.
said in his panel that there's nothing more than homages to that book.
Bullshit.
It's not an adaptation.
That thing looks...
It is not an adaptation, but
But it is homage the fuck out.
Yes. Yes. I mean, the whole Batcave.
Just imagery.
The imagery of him going to Wayne Manor and Wayne Manor is in pieces. Like, yes, that is straight up out of the book.
There's a shot when he and Superman are fighting that looks straight out of the cover. Like the Dark Knight with the lightning strike.
The lightning strike. Oh, that was so cool.
I saw that too.
I just hope Kryptonite hurts Superman this time. Because in Superman Returns, like, he lifted up a whole island of fucking kryptonite, and then Kevin Spacey stabs him with kryptonite, and then nothing happens. So I hope Kryptonite really hurts him.
He flew into the sun first. So...
No, but I mean, he picked up a whole island full of kryptonite and
I
just
know.
lifted it, and then Kevin Spacey
But it was
jammed
diluted with water.
What?
just
No, he
salt.
lifted up a whole island. I hope Kryptonite really hurts him this time. That's all.
Okay.
Like in the original Superman with
Going back-
Christopher Reeves, like Christopher
Right.
Reeve, like he had the necklace on, he couldn't do anything. I
Going
hope
back
it
to
really hurts him.
what game I was talking about with the novel, I purposely put off reading Watchmen because the trailer for the movie was so good.
Oh, speaking
And
of
I was like, I'll read it after the movie because I don't want to spoil the movie. The movie was not good. And then I spoiled the book. So I wish I had done it the other way around.
That's why I'm saying this book is so good on its own. Let the book spoil the movie for you instead of the movie's mouth, just kick the crap, like just not treat it the right way. One last thing. If you're a kid watching these movies, I understand DC is definitely making this for the audience, the older audience. If I'm a kid and I'm like looking up to Superman, holy crap, do I have my heart broken just watching this trailer. Like, there's nothing good about Superman on this trailer.
He didn't do anything bad. What do you?
There's nothing good. What I mean,
It's got to end well, though. It's the dawn of justice.
it's gotta be. It's gotta be. And
The
then,
night's always darkest before the dawn.
There you go.
that's right. It's gotta be. Because if I'm a kid, I don't care for any of these characters. I'm like, why are they beating each other up?
I love this scene right here. I always take screenshots of it. It's the one where Superman is like a god.
Yeah, but
and
then
the
it's not,
ladies-
like, not even reaching
and then,
out,
and then
right?
the ladies like reaching out to him.
Yeah, but then you see him just sit there and hover instead of like.
This reminds me
rushing to-
so much of Watchmen. Like, he's like Dr. Manhattan, and the whole thing just reminds me of Watchmen so much.
And that's what's wrong with these movies.
Yes.
Superman's not an alien.
Superman
raised
was
on
a
Earth.
human.
He was a human with alien powers.
Yes.
Superman represents us.
Like,
And,
he is the most human of all superheroes. It's Superman.
Because he
Because
grew up in Kansas.
Exactly.
exactly,
They
he's
missed
the
that
homeboy.
boat.
Yes,
They
I
missed that
agree
boat
with
completely.
you. I agree with you 100%.
The shot I'm talking about for the Norse out there in the trailer, there's the flood, and then on the roof, instead of SOS, they have like the Superman sign, and the lady's like reaching out for Superman, and he's just cape waving.
Did they have paint? Did they have a stencil like in rollers? Like how did they?
They swam downstairs.
I took the same screenshot.
They swam to the Ace.
That's how much I love the
Ace
shot.
hardware store. Anything else you guys want to add to this trailer, or
Add to the trailer?
to add to this discussion?
Yeah, I'd like to see Jason Momoa in this trailer.
Yeah, right.
Jason Momoa was not brought out as part of the panel, so that was interesting to me.
Neither was the Steel
Cyborg.
with him.
True.
Don Cheadle.
Cheeto wasn't there. This movie.
That's too inside jokey.
This movie reminds me so much of Watchmen, like all the shots and like.
And that is unfortunate. This is a Superman movie.
Hang on. This is actually funny because in Watchmen, when Dr. Manhattan's friend's describing Dr. Manhattan, and he's like, Superman exists and he's American, right? But then the scientist says, no, God exists and he's American. So it's kind of cool that they mention Superman. Like in Watchmen, they mention Superman. That's all.
That wasn't funny.
No, it's not supposed to be funny.
You
Like,
led with this is funny.
it's a running reference, I guess.
All right.
So I'll be there opening day.
Oh God, yeah.
I'll be there opening day.
Yeah.
I mean
It's in March. There's not really anything else to watch.
that's crazy, right? So this is what everybody's talking out of Comic-Con. So they did their thing. I think if as much as they talked about and that they were gonna kill with everything, I was underwhelmed with what they really had. So I was expecting them to like have everybody come out in full costume and like fly around the audience. I was expecting fireworks out of this panel. They
Expecting people to fly.
yes,
Superman will make you believe in me to fly.
that's right.
So, all right, that's this week's episode.
He's joking.
Main topic, we're going to do a little slightly different format. We're just going to mostly go through Comic-Con news. So, starting with Thursday, Star Wars comics and toys.
Yes. So the kickoff of Comic-Con for me was the panels where Hasbro was gonna talk about the Star Wars toys and Marvel Comics was gonna talk about Star Wars comics. So the big news out of the toy line was we're adding more characters to our Black Series. So they added Ahsoka Tano from the Clone Wars. So
And Rebels.
fan favorite.
I've never seen. I don't know.
And
the
the
cool
Princess.
So
She's a Twi'lek, I think.
Yes, Twilight.
Twilight?
No, she's not.
She's not?
No,
So
she's
she's very similar?
she's something else. I can't
It's
remember what
similar,
it was.
I guess her coloring's off.
It's a,
Yeah.
Are they always blue?
No, they were green.
They were green.
No, they were green
Yeah.
ones. You're right.
Yeah. She's not a Twilight.
She
so-
only has 2 things instead of 3.
The cool thing for that toy that I thought was really cool was the fact that this is a character that's been animated the whole time. In the Black Series, they make him look realistic. So that was really cool. So that was one of the ones. Then they had one of Kanan, which is one of the heroes of Star Wars Rebels. Also made him look very lifelike.
Freddie Prinze Jr.-esque.
And then they had, they had a voting online for like, who do you want to see as the next Black Series? And people
Are you
chose
saying black?
Dead Robin.
Black. Yes.
Okay.
And then they chose the popular vote was Darth Bane.
Oh, cool. From Legends
Expanded
of...
Universe bullshit.
Yes.
Well, wait, what was it?
Isn't it from
Knights of the Old
Knights
Republic.
of the
Yes,
Old Republic?
you're correct.
But Knights of the Old Republic is still canon.
Yeah, Drew.
No, I thought Disney said
No.
movies, Clone Wars. That's all it's canon.
Yeah.
Nothing else is considered canon.
If you look at the books, so the reason I say that it might be canon is because they went back and looked at every single book and they put like I think they call it legacy for anything that is good and then or that is part of the thing. And
Are the comics canon?
yes, the comics
The
are
new
canon.
ones are. Yeah.
The new Marvel ones.
The new Marvel
Not
comics
the
are
Dark
canon.
Horse ones.
So the Han Solo wife...
Yes.
That's
yes.
canon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a drink at Comic Con.
That was a drink at Comic Con?
Yeah, somebody printed a mini like Han Solo's wife.
Oh.
They're like slightly bitter.
That's clever.
Were these the toys?
Racist.
What?
Spoiler.
But all right, so
Were these the toys that people fought over? Like
No.
I saw noticed like
no,
it
so
has
I'm
had-
going to it. Yes, so
The Black Series.
the Black Series First Order Stormtrooper was the hottest toy,
And TIE Fighter.
and the TIE Fighter were the two toys because they're the first toys out of the Episode 7, and they were limited amounts. So this is what people fought over for that. But the other thing that on the Black Series, so they had that character, and then they also said it was such a close race. We're giving you the second option too, which was Savine from Rebels as well. So the point that I wanted to make with that is these characters.
Which one's Sabine?
Sabine is the Mandalorian,
Oh, okay.
the chick Mandalorian
Pink
with
hair.
Yeah.
purple.
Not your
orange.
dad's Mandalorian.
That's right. So it's just it goes to show how I think that new audience is embracing Rebels. I think that's really what it was.
They have no choice.
Star Wars Rebels characters?
What's that?
Were all the choices to vote for Star
No,
Wars?
so in the Black
Was
Series,
Luke on there?
I mean, Luke already has like two of
Was
them.
Han?
But not Force Awakens Luke.
No, none of those. Like that's what it is. So I mean, yeah, Black Series already has like two Han Solo figures. The newest Luke was the Hoth Luke. They already have them out there. But I mean, I don't think Lando has a Black Series yet. I don't think Admiral Akbar has one. There's no Ewoks. So they definitely had plenty more. I think there's a Boba Fett. There's no Jango Fett, I don't think. There's no Clone Troopers.
All right, anyway.
Anyways, all right. So
I wish
that was the toys.
Hasbro.com/black catalog.
That was the toys, and then September
TIE Fighter
4th.
is sweet. But
September
it's
4th
$150 or
is
something
the
ridiculous.
first wave of toys. September 4th is going to be, they're calling it Force Friday. September 4th, first wave of toys comes out. The next thing that happened was the Star Wars comics panel. They talked about, the directions they're going, how successful it's been. And, I encourage anybody who likes anything Star Wars, go ahead and read those comics. They're
All of them?
all of them at this point. I
I thought you
say
said shit about Leia and Kanan.
Leia and Kanan.
Kanan.
Leia and Kanan are definitely the weakest, but by no shape, way, or form are they bad.
Okay.
Their storylines of they're expanding everything that you didn't get to see in the movies. So, but the highest recommendation goes to Star Wars and Vader. They are by far.
This weekend I read the first 6 issues of Star Wars, and it was pretty interesting.
They're a good read. And then, so the big reveal for Marvel Comics is, we're going to continue doing this, and we're bringing you more comics now. So they announced that Chewbacca is getting his own comic book storyline, which kind of makes sense.
Translate what he says.
Do you think they're gonna have thought boxes?
Yes, that's exactly what they talked about. They said that this will be an interesting way of us telling this comic because it's going to be everything is going to be inside Chewie's head.
You think he's gonna go visit his family for Christmas?
I don't. But the first thing they revealed is Chewbacca's gone on his own adventure, and he's got a new sidekick, and he's the captain of the Falcon or of the ship.
Who's the
because-
sidekick?
Is
It's
it
this
is
chick.
it like post Return of the Jedi or what?
No,
do you
this
know?
is post New Hope.
Okay, so this going to be putting a lot
Yes.
there after New Hope.
So what? After New Hope, he was like, "Hey Han, you know what? I didn't get a medal. Fuck you. Fuck you, you're rebels.
In the
You're
Star
on
Wars
your own."
storyline, in the Star Wars storyline of the comic books right now, Han goes to help Leia on a mission. So Chewbacca stays back.
True.
So
Without the Falcon,
With that, so
take the stolen Tidarian shuttle.
So Chewbacca has the Falcon, and I'm sure he's going to do something. So that's what we're going to find out.
And it's going to cross over with Lando.
Yes.
I'm just making that up.
Oh, it might. It very much might.
Do you think are they gonna have Leia and Luke kiss anymore? Seeing as it's between New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, they
Maybe.
don't know that they're brother and sister yet, so it's not weird for them. Even though it's weird for us in the audience.
the first thing they did, Luke went his own way. So Luke is in his own way.
What I
So,
liked
no.
the most about the Star Wars comics is how annoying they made Luke. They made him like a New Hope Luke, where he's still just like a whiny teenager.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and
So
he's like upset with himself that he's not strong enough.
So those were the Thursday morning news. unofficial non-Comic-Con news was Ghostbusters releasing the first full cast photo. Paul
In
Feig,
costume.
Yeah, Paul Feig, right?
That's how I say it.
Yeah,
Paul Feig.
No, that's not Kevin Feige. But so Paul Feig,
No.
he's directing the movie. He wrote the movie. He's been his Twitter account. I follow him now on Twitter. He's been releasing more and more stuff from that from the set. That he released the new Ecto. He released the new Proton packs, and then on Thursday he gave us the picture of the full cast. It looks cool to me. I have in my head I have this storyline for the Ghostbusters where, you know, like the 80s Ghostbusters is exactly what the Ghostbusters are to us. A movie where they got to see, you know, like this heroes fighting ghosts. But now it's a real thing, and all they have as a source material is like, let's go try to make whatever they
You
invented.
think they're going to make it
Yes,
not actually have happened?
Yes, I think it's gonna. They're gonna be a movie.
I disagree with that completely.
I think
This
these are
is
fans.
an official sequel.
Correct.
Right? It had to have happened then.
Again, this
I
is
like
pure
what you're
speculation
saying about, you know, amateurs.
This is
picking it up,
amateurs picking
you know,
up.
just from what they've seen, but I don't
Yes.
think it's going to have not been real.
I hate the picture.
You hate the picture.
I mean, I feel like I hate being like, I don't think of myself as being like such a negative person, but then like when I go back, it's always like, you know, you guys are always like, I loved it, I liked it, I'm pretty good with it, and I'm always like, fuck this shit. But I don't know.
Always the guy
Chris,
that's
that's why we
pretty
keep
good.
you around, buddy. That's why we keep you around.
I don't know what I
Excuse you?
That's why we keep him around.
At least he listens.
I don't know what I wanted, but I don't know. This isn't it.
What I like is the car. It's a hearse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is, it fits the whole ghost thing.
I hope they bring up like Gozar the Gozerian comes back or something, or like Vigo the Part.
I don't think you can see it on this picture, but in the front of the car, they have like a little ghost.
Yeah.
That's the statue in front of the car. It's a little ghost.
I wonder who they're busting this time.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Gozar
Probably
the
Hitler.
Gozerian.
Hitler.
Hitler? What?
Maybe
Just kidding.
at one point, Bill Murray said that he would only do Ghostbusters if he could come back as a ghost. So maybe he gets his wish and he gets to be a ghost in Ghostbusters 3.
I really don't. I wouldn't want that just because of what happened with Egon. You know, with Egon being gone now, like I don't think it would be the right thing to make Bill Murray a ghost. So would that be like that? That would be my only apprehension. Great idea before Egon passed, but now it's just like
What's the
that's.
status on the other Ghostbusters movie they were talking about? Did that like fall through or something?
Still floating out there.
Still
kind of.
out there.
I
The
just,
universe is still out.
I just hope this isn't Bridesmaids with proton packs.
Listen, give me anything with proton packs. This is one movie I'm really excited to see, and I think, you know, initially I'm like, it's, you know, like it's gonna be, they're gonna they're gonna make it look nothing like the original. They're hitting it out of the park with these things, and the love that Paul Feig seems to be showing for this culture that is Ghostbusters. Like some of like fans of the Ghostbusters tweeted out to him like, you know, we're working on the costumes, you know, for next convention or cosplays for Ghostbusters. Any way you can help us out and tell us about how big stuff is. He sends them the whole like art print with like measurements. Like this is made out of this kind of hose. This is a piece from a like that level of fandom that he's got on you know he's. I think it's in the right hands, and for that reason, that picture made me
They
excited.
appear to be in like Chinatown in this photo.
But
New York.
I will say this though: this is a still picture, and movies are moving pictures. So I don't know, like seeing, like I feel like I'll get a better beat when I get a trailer and some dialogue.
I think
'Cause that's nobody likes Ghostbusters
I
because
expect-
like
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
how cool it looks. Like it's a dialogue driven. It's a set piece movie.
What's the
so,
so November is the next Sony movie,
I don't know.
The big one, I guess.
right?
Yeah.
Well, what about Pixels? That's too soon.
Yeah, that's too soon. I think November, and I'm talking about
Same
the next
audience.
James Bond movie,
Yeah.
which is the next Sony release. I think that's going to be probably when we're going to see a trailer. So definitely be on the lookout. Wrapping up Thursday, the big panel, the Hall H panel was Mockingjay Part 2. Mockingjay Part 2.
Yawn.
So was the trailer referenced here the breakdance trailer with the guns?
Yes.
Fuck that trailer.
Is it breakdancing?
It wasn't.
I didn't even watch this.
I didn't watch it either.
It was an ROTC. They went do, and I'm like, oh, District 13 had enough time to do choreographed
It's called drill. All right.
maneuvers. Like, I don't know. Like, when we're in your fourth movie in your franchise, don't even bother with the teaser trailer.
This is a part 2, though. So, no, they definitely show, even in that same teaser, they show more at the end of it. They definitely show a lot more. Like, they show a scene with Seymour Hoffman. They show more stuff that's yet to come. They show a wedding. They show a possible wedding. So there's definitely stuff out there with this.
It's trailer. 2 characters who you forgot were in the movie.
And you know, this is the guy who plays Finn. What's his name? Finnick in the movie, and I can't recall the actor's name. But after listening to last week's podcast with Chris, where they talk about who is going to be the next Han Solo, the guy who plays Finnick here, he would be my top choice. He's an Australian actor. He was also in Pirates of the Caribbean's on Stranger Tides. I think he should be the next Han Solo.
Don't hold that against him.
Yeah. So no, for that, just for the Pirates movie, I think that's what he should get it. His character in Pirates embodies to me a good Han Solo. So nothing else exciting out of Mockingjay. Later on, Conan O'Brien has been, he was at Comic-Con, and like at the end of the night, he got like to wrap up the Hall H panels. So the Mockingjay cast goes on there, and they joke around and whatnot. And one of the things that the guy who plays Peeta, Josh Hutcherson, reveals, it's like, we're probably, like he makes a comment that, this isn't it. There's room for more. So to the point
not
that
according to the author,
there's room for more, to the point that they're probably gonna prequel or even more beyond it. So he left that door wide open, which is the best thing to do. Having read the book, that's the best thing to do.
I mean, even after Twilight 4 Part 2 or whatever, there was like, maybe we're gonna keep making movies.
That was 3 Part 2.
Regardless,
It's 4.
After the last Twilight, they were like, maybe we're gonna do more besides the books, and they didn't. So I don't know. I mean, we've heard this rhetoric before.
Yeah, I mean, the last movie was maybe 4 years ago, if that.
More than that.
It feels like forever ago.
Well, I never saw a single one of those movies, so
I feel like those movies.
No,
I feel like
you're right.
Games,
I think it was
4 years
within 4.
Didn't Hunger Games come after?
yes,
Like
immediately after.
Have we had Hunger Games every year?
I think they've been about a year, maybe a year and a half apart.
Regardless.
Yeah, I think maybe the first one's maybe 2012.
All right. What happened on Saturday?
Friday.
Right on Friday.
You tell me, Chris. What happened on
Good shit
Friday?
happened on Friday.
The good shit. What happened on Friday that you care about, Jared?
So your panel H on Friday, there was 3 big panels on Hall H. You had your Walking Dead, followed by your HBO Game of Thrones, followed by the big winner of the night, Star Wars. So those were your 3 big ones.
Is anybody still watching Walking Dead?
Yes.
So you saw season 5?
Yes.
Do you see the trailer for season 6?
Yes. It's very good. I can't wait.
Very good.
Yes.
You're excited about it?
Yes.
Do you think the trailer showed the entire season's worth of action?
I hope not.
It's gonna be like
Like the
long
first
drag out,
episode.
like,
Rick!
Carl, where's Carl?
I love Walking Dead. They can't do it without me.
The show Negan? Is Negan in it
Shut
yet?
up, man.
I'm just wondering.
Not everyone knows about Negan.
I don't think Negan's in it.
Well, I didn't spoil anything.
Anyway.
It's character's name.
Yeah.
He shows up during an arc later on in the comics. I don't feel
Are they
He's
even
a
that
baddie.
far? I
Is
don't
he
even
there?
know.
No, I mean, I didn't see him, but for the...
Was he in season 5?
No, I've asked people.
Okay, he's
No,
not in
he
season
hasn't
6.
been on the show
He's
yet,
not in the
so.
trailer for season 6.
Yeah, but
least not
for the
outright.
knowers out there that
Lucille's
haven't
not
read
there.
the
Lucille's
comics.
not in the trailer either. So I don't think Negan's in the trailer.
I also watched the Fear the Walking Dead, and that
Yes.
was okay. Like,
So that was the next trailer that was released. Fear
I did
the
watch
Walking
that.
Dead, which is its own. It's supposed to be standalone, sharing the same universe.
Doesn't that
but
start this
years.
summer?
It starts really soon. Well, not this summer. Like, I think coming months. So anyways, the trailer, it's like 3.5 minutes. Interesting storyline.
It's like World War Z.
Yeah, definitely.
Or any other zombie movie.
They're calling it a mini series, which I kind of like. It's probably going to be 6 episodes, or
I thought it was going to be an anthology.
It's 6 episodes, or whatever
So
first
that's it?
season, whatever
Well, they
first
say
season
first
they're
season.
making, or whatever. This mini series, Fear the Walking Dead, is 6 episodes. Unless you want to ruin stuff for yourself, do not go to the IMDb page, because on the IMDb page,
2 episodes, 3 episodes,
Yes.
4 episodes.
IMDb did that.
Oh no.
Like, why would they do that?
They do that all the time.
Yeah,
They have to.
I guess, yeah, by the guild,
Yeah.
Actors Guild, they need to name how many episodes. So if you don't want to spoil that, I guess don't go to IMDb. It looks cool.
Yeah.
Having watched the first season and a few episodes into the second season of Walking Dead, I have no interest of watching Fear the Walking Dead.
I just like the lead actress after seeing her in Gone Girl. I
And
thought she
House
was
of
great.
Cards.
And House of Cards, yeah.
And a famous salsa singer and musician. He's in this.
Oh.
Yeah, he's Ruben Blades. He's the guy, the owner of the store, of the shop where they take shelter.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize he was Hispanic.
Yeah.
I thought he was
Yeah,
like
Ruben Blades.
Russian or something.
Panama.
You're so stupid.
Did anything worthwhile come out of the Game of Thrones trailer?
Game of Thrones, nothing comes out. They.
I mean, I'm sure it's great anecdotes if you're fans of the show, but
Then that's what it was.
news-
There was no here's more footage. No, they didn't.
Yeah,
show
because they haven't
anything.
started shooting the season yet.
Right. So
This season caught up to the books.
Yeah.
And right now, Martin's like, I hope to have the next book out before the next season starts.
yes.
What else?
So that was it.
Ridiculous comic book crossovers.
Yes.
Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
I didn't see this.
Hope
So
Make
this
the
is in
movie.
the comics, and it's something. This is in DC. This is in. This is I guess IDW Publishing.
Yeah.
It's so they're the ones who publish, I guess, Ninja Turtles, right?
Right.
So they're not the mainstream, but they are gonna get Batman. And I don't know if you guys want to.
Like as Bruce Wayne?
No, as Batman.
As Batman?
So
Oh,
basically, Crane gets pissed off and creates some kind of wormhole or black hole or whatever, and she sends the Turtles and Shredder to Gotham. Whatever.
Crime.
Krang.
You thought Krang was a girl?
It definitely is.
The brain?
Yes.
It's a thing.
It's a boy.
No, I
It's
always
just a
thought it was
thing.
a chick.
No.
Totally. It's too big to be a woman's brain.
Okay.
Well,
And credits.
that's a show. We had a good 36 episodes.
You're so stupid.
It's Suda's male. The little robot that it rides around.
It's a thing.
I've always thought I've always attributed it
it
as a
doesn't
female.
have a sex, but yeah, it's voiced by a man in the cartoons.
Well, in that case,
In English.
In that case, Goku's a girl.
English.
In
It's
English.
An American cartoon. What the
Right.
He's
Like
right about
Ninja
that.
Turtles. Everywhere else, it's voiced by a chick. Krang is a chick. So
We'll
that's
see.
why I said
We'll
that.
see.
So Batman does what? What does
So
he
that's
do?
it. That's
That's
all we
it.
know.
It's just
Oh.
crazy. It's even crazier than Santa comic book stuff. I don't
yeah?
think these guys have crossed over before.
No.
So it'll be interesting to see.
That's cool.
Have the turtles ever crossed over with anything?
Oops.
Other than Power
Transformers, G.I.
Rangers?
Toe.
G.I. Joes.
G.I. Toads.
Battletoads.
No, fuck Battletoads. Why does everybody remember Battletoads so fondly? It's this one game that was hard as shit that nobody beat, but everybody talks about it like it was this great national treasure that we.
It was a fun game. It was a fun game. Battletoads and Double Dragon. It was a great game.
I forgot about that game.
Yeah, man. It was more than just one game. I enjoyed it.
I never played it.
I guess the only thing to call out of this is, the artwork looks really cool. So some of these, panels that they released, it looks like definitely stuff you want to frame and have in your wall. So, and then we got to the big one, Star Wars. So Star Wars, they I guess let's prep it. Star Wars? The week prior to Comic-Con, they said we're not bringing new footage. It's all it's not going to be a new trailer. Where
What were the highlights?
So the highlights: J.J. Abrams, Kathleen Kennedy. As usual.
Princess Leia. They show Princess Leia.
So all right. So the big highlights.
There's a couple actors,
new actor reveals.
speaking about this movie for the first time.
Yes, Gwendolyn Christie and
public.
Domhnall Gleeson, Adam
Donald.
Driver.
It's pronounced
Donald.
Donald. Donald Gleeson.
Donald Gleeson.
Donald.
you.
There's no D at the end. What are you doing? Donald.
It's not Donald.
It's like tonal with a D at the beginning. Donald. Donald Gleeson.
Helping you level up your nerd IQ.
Damn.
I watched an interview with him and he said how to
He
pronounce
corrects
it.
people.
Donald.
Encyclopedia.
All right, so we find out that Gleason, he's going to play General Hux.
Yes, this is the only new reveal, I think,
This is
out of the panel.
What? I would like to see an org chart for the new order. There's a lot of generals, supreme lords. The first order.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot. This hierarchy has to be
There's
all
a
sorts of
general,
messed up.
but he's the highest rank so far, though.
What about Supreme Lord Snark?
It's not been said if he's part of the First Order. or
Yeah.
not.
Supreme Lord is part of the fucking First Order. Let's not kid ourselves.
Oh, no.
There's no good guy called Supreme Leader.
You know, they refer to Jabba as illustrious, supreme being.
Or else they would get fed.
That's right. You got to be careful.
So that was the first time, and this is the first time that we've seen Adam Driver be introduced as Kylo Ren, who is supposedly be the bad guy. One of the highlights of the panel is they straight up ask, are you a bad guy? Are you the dark side of the Force? And Adam Driver defends that question by saying, this is a character only led by motivations, personal motivations, and what they
He doesn't
think.
quite say that.
I'm rephrasing.
He says when JJ talked to him about the character they wanted to build on, someone who thinks he's doing what's right, but he points out that that's even worse than someone who is admittedly evil. So I think this guy's going to be pretty dark character.
That's what Anakin did. He thought he was doing what was right.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
He wanted to save Padme.
So he killed a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
He was
had a
he was
bad
doing that
dream.
for himself, though. This guy, like the way Adam Driver is talking about his character, he thinks he's liberating people or something.
Yes.
It's like Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII. He thinks he's doing the world a favor by killing everyone. So,
That's every bad guy's thing.
well, I mean, you got people like Sephiroth, and then there's people like Joker, who just want to see the world burn.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's different types of villains.
Red
I don't know.
lightsaber, bad guy. Next question.
There you go.
All right. So that's it.
I mean, I still think maybe there's some good in him, probably, but that's probably too much repetition.
Something that they drove the point is here's these new movies and we're making them as close as possible to the original trilogy. We're using animatronics, we're using models. Here, let's bring one of our animatronic puppets onto the stage.
Baba Joe.
Baba Joe, which is the character that we see in the first UNICEF Force for Change trailer
Completely
teaser.
robotic. There's no human inside.
Right.
That was what blew
So
me
that-
away. Like I thought there was a
It's like
human
the
in there.
camel-looking thing that shows up in that first
the
trailer.
the like bird cage on his back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the other one. And the featurette. So they show a behind-the-scenes featurette, 2 minutes. There's an interesting song playing throughout the whole featurette, very slow, piano-driven, non-orchestrated. Which to me, if that's what the soundtrack might be, or that might be a piece from the soundtrack, props to John Williams. He's using like single instrument, non-orchestrated leads. That's awesome. So we get the reveal of Leia. We know now what she looks like,
Yeah.
and she looks like she
They
did.
probably did that because it leaked online not too long ago.
Yeah,
It's true. I didn't look at it though.
I didn't look at it either. So we also see the big reveal of another leak, which was C-3PO now sports a different color arm. Supposedly
now
red
official.
or dark reddish
I missed that.
arm.
Yeah,
It's
I missed that
in
It
the
too.
leaked,
trailer.
it leaked a couple weeks ago, supposedly
Yeah.
because somebody saw the toy or
Yeah,
something.
the cup. It was a cup that included a picture of C-3PO with a red arm.
What?
So
Did they run out of parts? Like now they're just having a mismatch.
He might have
like
had it blown up or
like,
something.
like a car. Like they're like, oh, I can't afford to get the real door.
Which
color,
only
so
begs
I'm
the
gonna get
question to like why.
The Empire's destroyed. We should have a great economy. Did we cheer for nothing?
So there's
Order,
that.
man.
They yubbed way too early.
Again, the trailer has a voiceover at the beginning by Mark Hamill. And, everybody's expecting to see Luke Skywalker revealed. No, they showed
That's
Mark
fine.
Hamill.
Keep him
Just
hidden.
an
I don't want to see
interview.
him.
Because Mark Hamill's a bad guy. He's a bad guy in Episode 7.
Or he
Kylo
could
Ren's
be
fighting him.
Whoa!
Or an excellent point when we were talking the other day. He's hidden. Maybe it was you. I'm not sure if it was
I
you.
don't know if it was me.
About him being hidden the whole entire movie.
I hope
No,
so.
that wasn't me.
Okay, no. So it was with my buddy Jordan, who also listens to us.
Hey, Jordan!
He
Thanks for making this up.
So he made a point like, what if they keep him hidden the whole entire movie?
They should.
And they
That's
at
fine.
the end, that is what they were looking for the whole entire movie. That he is the mission.
And
Go
he-
find Luke.
And he was with them all along.
Oh, the Force.
Yeah.
So definitely we get a little bit more of the storyline. We get to see
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg is going to.
Sorry, going back to what you were just talking about. In the panel, a question was asked to the legacy characters, Leia, Han, and Luke.
highlight before
wow.
we get to that. The highlight was
Wow.
Harrison Ford gets there.
This has to do with what you were talking about.
All right, go.
So shut up.
You asked me the highlight, and I completely missed that.
I
Wow.
didn't ask you to highlight.
I did like 20 minutes ago. Sorry.
They're asked what did they think their characters would end up like after 30 years versus what happened. And of course they couldn't say anything about what happened, but Mark Hamill, he mentioned that he thought Luke Skywalker would have become something more like Ben Kenobi, where he would be living
Like as a
in
recluse.
seclusion, as a recluse. So he may have accidentally released there that he's not doing that.
He can't be doing that. He has to be finding a bunch of young little Padawans and
Right.
training them.
I mean,
You can't do
why?
that if you're... Because we have to bring balance to the Force.
Why? That's the
That's the
thing.
prophecy of the chosen
But
one.
in the first trailer, the first teaser, you have the voiceover of Supreme Lord whatever saying that there's been an awakening. Have you felt it? Maybe he's talking to Luke,
Yeah.
telling him you need to go find these people.
Oh, boy.
Fair point.
One thing that I heard come out is that one of the bases is called Starkiller,
Right.
Yes.
And that was accidental too, which was
Yes.
pretty funny during the
So-
panel.
which is from the terrible Star Wars Force Unleashed game.
That's where people think
Not
it's
originally.
From. Originally, it has even
Right,
deeper
and then
meaning.
even like canon-wise, if that's got a legacy stamp. But originally, Luke Skywalker was going to be called Starkiller.
Luke Starkiller.
Luke Starkiller.
Anakin Starkiller.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
All right.
So
I didn't know that.
definitely
Starkiller?
to me,
Starkiller.
Friday, definitely Star Wars wins it. And then, so Star Wars at the end, they end their panel. Harrison Ford comes out. He looks great. He's happy to be there. He's talking about Star Wars again. He
Did he not mumble?
He gets emotional talking about how this was the beginning of my career, and he gets emotional in the
I think it's because he almost died
Wait,
in a plane crash.
He says this was the beginning of his career. He gives no respect to American graffiti.
one or two. You're right. No, I mean this is what made him. So,
I know.
So that was really cool to see him, and like everybody thinks that when Harrison Ford was the biggest obstacle to making this movie, which was he was probably going to be
George
the one.
Lucas was the biggest obstacle.
Yeah. Well, Harrison Ford was one of the ones that I thought it was so cool to see him actually embrace the new thing that they were doing. It got the Harrison Ford stamp of approval, and of course it got mine more.
When I watched the panel, and he didn't seem to be getting emotional to me, but
Yeah.
I
I
would
saw
say,
that short.
deep, but not emotional.
Okay.
I didn't feel like he was about to cry or anything.
Okay. And then at the end
But
of
I
that
was.
panel, they said, all right, 6,000 people in Hall H. Everybody's going to see a Star Wars concert. Follow me. They bring a bunch of stormtroopers. They lead everybody out of Hall H. Little did they know there was a panel right after them, which was the Kevin Smith panel, right after Star Wars. So they pretty much cleared the whole place. At one point, it was a handful of people in there. So they brought pretty much everybody that did make it the whole day, that in what area that they called the shoot. And they brought everybody who was in just standby line, waiting to see if they could get in. So they let everybody in. At the end of the day, Kevin Smith has about 2,500 people to talk to on a 6,000 seat auditorium. So he talks about his experience, his reaction to Star Wars. If you listen to his podcast, he talks about how he doesn't hold any grudges. J.J. Abrams was actually like, holy crap, I didn't, did I just do that? He felt guilty. So that was kind of good.
What did I miss? Why
would you feel guilty? You can't sit in Hall H for two things.
Yes,
you can.
The whole day. That's what people line up. Like, people were there the whole day for Hall H.
Dude, I would go see the Star Wars thing.
What? Even Kevin Smith himself says he would have gone to see the Star Wars.
So when you sit down for Hall H, if you get there front row seat for the first showing, you can sit there the whole day.
The whole time, yes.
Okay.
Oh boy,
that's not like that at Dragon Con.
I mean, for the Star Wars panel, for the Friday panels, people started lining up on Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Sure, I thought you had to kind of rotate out.
No.
What if you have to pee?
Your seat is there.
Okay.
There's special, apparently there's a special area.
Yeah, if you're alone, your seat's
and there's concessions, attached to the Hall H.
Make friends.
Maybe, that'll be next year. We'll go to Hall H.
So that's why he had such a small showing. Because
so that's it.
Most people don't think they're going to get in.
Right.
So
they thought they got everybody left to see Star Wars. Everyone thought that they were going to go listen to new Star Wars music. John Williams begins the concert by saying, "I'm in LA, sorry I couldn't be there. I'm composing new music, but here are some of my favorite pieces." And then, 35-minute concert ensues, fireworks at the end.
And they all got a lightsaber.
And everybody got a lightsaber. Sponsored by Energizer. Sponsored by Energizer.
Wow. They got it batteries.
All right. Is there anything you want to say else on the Kevin Smith, and then we'll rapid fire some of these?
Yoga Hosers they revealed the big monster. There's a trailer. The movie is almost finished, final cut, but they still don't have a distributor, so we're going to see it early part of 2016.
Was the trailer online?
The trailer has not been released online.
You see a bootleg copy of it?
No bootleg copy of it. There's
no
one picture. There's a picture of the monster that, just like Star Wars did, they brought out their animatronic. Kevin Smith brought out their puppet animatronic of the bad guy.
Okay.
Which, there's pictures out there. If you enjoyed Tusk, definitely go check out what this bad guy looks like. So that's it.
DC announced that the Green Lantern movie, which I think is 2019 or 2020. 2020 is now called Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
So we'll see presumably more than just Hal Jordan in this. So that could be a good maneuver.
Ooh, Jon Stewart.
To see Jon Stewart, maybe Kyle Rayner, but also Kilowog, Squirt, Kilowit, and some of the other guys.
Sinestro? Sure.
Depending on the time period, sure.
All right. So 2020
was in the Green Lantern movie, the bad guy?
Yes.
He wasn't a bad guy for the whole movie.
He wasn't a bad guy in that movie at all, actually.
Oh, it was just in the post-credits?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Sinestro was the greatest Green Lantern, supposedly.
What did he find, like a yellow one or something?
But then he went bad, and it was discovered that he wasn't actually policing his homeworld so much as controlling it, so they kind of kicked him out. Then he found a yellow ring, and
so Saturday was your superhero day. You had your DC panels and you had your Marvel panels. Marvel panels, the highlights. This was the Fox panels, was really the Marvel panels. So Fox has Fantastic Four. They started the whole panel with Fantastic Four. Here's a movie that's coming out in a week or 2 weeks.
Just real quick, I watched the new trailer. I did an eye roll in the trailer. That's how bad that trailer is.
I mean, so we'll talk about the trailer now. Fantastic Four trailer. It's fine. It's funny. Somebody said, "Are you gonna watch every superhero movie that comes out?" I'm like, "No, I have taste." And I see the Fantastic Four trailer, and I'm like, "Am I gonna watch every superhero movie that comes out just because it's a superhero movie?" I don't know.
I did an eye roll.
I was like, "This doesn't look that good, but it doesn't look so terrible that I might skip it." Maybe there's some good stuff in the movie.
There was
I don't know.
scene in this whole trailer where I reacted. They're in that planet or wherever the hell they go, and the lava is green. I'm like, the lava is green? I thought this was mud lava in the previous trailers. Now it's bright green.
I love it.
It's ooze, man.
whatever it was, it's like, holy crap, I guess the movie really wasn't finished by the time. Like, they just finished this movie the day before. That's how this trailer felt. And knowing the backstory and everything, that's exactly what this whole deal felt like.
And then the end, I think it's one of the last lines. He's stronger.
That's the eye roll moment.
Yeah.
He's stronger than each of us.
He's stronger than each of us. But he's not stronger than all of us.
Yuck.
There's four of you. There's four of you the whole time. So we have to point that out to you? Oh, yeah.
We're like a family.
The Megazord.
Just because I think this universe is alive and we're going to see a crossover of Fantastic Four and X-Men with these characters and possibly Deadpool at some point, I really hope that this movie doesn't suck as bad.
I like all these actors, but I liked all the actors in episode 1 too, and they weren't able to give a really great performance. I know episode 1s are
Jake Lloyd?
I love Jake Lloyd. Have you seen Jingle All the Way? The kid's brilliant.
He's in jail.
But I don't know. I mean, I know that's our whipping boy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, Fantastic Four does look kind of cringeworthy, and it does seem to be testing the limits. And I don't know. Miles looks weird, and Michael B. Jordan looks stiff, and Kate doesn't look like she's gives a fuck to be there, and like they're just.
Yeah.
Let's hope to be surprised. I think that's the only thing that I can say about that. Let's hope to be surprised. So moving on to the next panel, they brought out, oh, by the way, we're making this Deadpool movie. Let's bring the director of Deadpool, and the director of Deadpool Ryan Reynolds comes out first, and then they bring the director and the whole cast, and then they say, let me show you some scenes. So they show them a trailer of what this movie is going to be like. I've watched the leaked footage of it right after like that panel. That's something I'm interested to see how this movie plays out.
Yeah.
It looks great. I mean, as bootleg looks, like just whatever you can make out of this bootleg, it looks great. Ryan Reynolds did go on Twitter and say in 3 weeks you will get the final trailer, full high def.
And we'll talk about the trailer then.
Okay.
I liked it.
Okay.
I didn't watch the leaked footage.
But man, Ryan Reynolds playing the crowd, shitting all over Green Lantern.
Yes. The trailer, they has a scene against Green Lantern, so that's great.
But not Wolverine Origins.
No, that's Fox.
He says.
Like, same studio.
I know.
Well, he does say though, like, no one's gonna take my mouth shut in this movie. So that was a little thing to him. It looks great.
Yeah.
It's in the right hands. The director, I'm not sure, never seen this guy before.
TJ Miller's in it.
TJ Miller's in
Yeah.
it, right? And they asked him about
Weasel.
he's Weasel, and they asked him about Silicon Valley. Why don't they get their panel? And he's like, because you're gonna see why. And then he starts talking about like the story, like horses. You guys got to see this panel. He talks about horses like mating. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
He definitely he's like, this is why, and he starts talking about this random shit.
Okay.
So it's great. Then the next panel, they said, well, here's your powerhouse, X-Men. So X-Men Apocalypse. They bring, like 10, 15 people on stage. Everybody was there. Bryan Singer, Simon Kinberg, Michael Fassbender, even Stan Lee himself comes out at the end. They showed not leaked footage. They show footage of what this movie's going to be like. It looks like it was about 2.5 minutes of things just going at it.
Lots of things.
I
can't wait. I personally love Apocalypse. Like, he's one of my favorite characters.
And it's got Poe Dameron.
It's got Poe Dameron.
Playing
Oscar Isaacs is going to be in
Apocalypse.
this movie. So,
the Comic-Con poster, by the way, for X-Men Apocalypse,
Yes.
I'm in love with.
it's
I
very,
thought it was
Very cool.
amazing.
cool. Yeah. No big reveals though, right?
Oh, they revealed the Gambit logo.
Yes.
And they
And
brought out
Wolverine.
Channing Tatum.
And brought out Channing Tatum.
And they
Hugh Jackman was there.
Hugh Jackman
as well.
was there.
And Gambit's confirmed not to be an
Be in
Apocalypse.
this.
Yes,
Right, correct.
they did confirm that recently.
That's that. and
Wolverine supposedly not in Apocalypse.
Well, they haven't said that yet.
He's not gonna be a strong character.
Last I
Like, he
heard
might
was he'll have a cameo if his schedule can work out.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
His schedule's gonna work out because then he goes out and
His
says,
schedule works.
If you think of the timing,
Yeah.
the universe they're still trying to create. This is '80s.
Yeah.
Wolverine was like wandering around in circles and
Not
fighting
anymore,
people in
though.
Canada. I know, but they're still
They found
kind
him-
of.
Damn,
No,
this is
Mystique found
tough.
him,
This is
and
tough.
she was dressed as Stryker, and so like she's still gonna like.
So he's fine then. No?
No, she's gonna fuck with him.
He doesn't have his
Probably gonna be
adamantium.
whatever
yet, does he?
happened there. Not at that point. No.
He doesn't have his
No.
adamantium.
"No, he's got bones."
He's bone.
So
His bone claws.
I think that's going to probably come in the Wolverine sequel.
and this is going to be.
And that's a question.
This was even
What
more rumored.
timeline is the Wolverine sequel?
Yes, they're saying Old Man Wolverine, Old Man Logan is the storyline, and I did not see the panel, but I guess something that
No way. Old
Hugh
Man
Jackman.
Logan.
Yes, Hugh Jackman says something that says I'm getting old to play this character,
That's a rumor.
which is
They're doing
right
the
after
Frank
that.
Miller,
You know, he's
another Frank Miller
they
thing.
you know they asked him like, what do
It was
you
Mark
know
Miller.
coming back
Mark
to
Miller, whatever.
coming back to your role, and he says I'm getting old.
So,
Old Man Logan
The
is
reason
key.
I say no, and this is a stupid reason, but the reason I jump to no is Old Man Logan is Wolverine is an old man who gave up being an X-Man, who settles down on a farm, but the world has gone to shit. The Red Skull is running around in Captain America's skin. The Hulk had like 1 million children who were like destroying the country, and like who ends up like eating his family, who then like causes Wolverine to like go back out there.
Whoa.
Wolverine travels the country to like pick up some girl or deliver something. I can't remember. It's been a while since I read it. The blind Hawkeye. So I mean, like
What the hell?
so many of the touch points of these characters are like Marvel characters they don't have the rights for, and this was such an Elseworld story that it was so built upon like, oh man, look at like Hulk being bad, and look at like Red Skull winning, and look at Mr. Sinister, and like all this stuff.
Damn.
They don't necessarily. I mean, like I guess
But
they
it's the
can-
concept, though.
But the concept,
of
I think
the
it's
Old Man
difficult.
Logan.
The Wolverine character,
Yes,
probably
being
is what
old.
they're going with.
And I mean, in that, like Wolverine like killed the X-Men.
I have a feeling
So
they're going to kill him.
I think so too.
I mean, they need to get rid of Hugh Jackman.
sure.
He's
Yeah.
almost 50 years old or some shit.
But I mean, I don't know. The same thing with Captain America: Civil War. That is not going to be the Civil War from the comics.
Right.
Age of Ultron wasn't. So I mean, like they'll find a way to streamline it.
First Class was not First Class.
Oh, gotcha.
Days of Future Past was not Days of Future Past.
And I am not as in love with the Old Man Logan story as everybody else in the world is.
Just the
But
idea is what really excites me about that.
to give credence to your thought, part of Marvel's like Secret Wars, which is going on right now, when that's
Yeah.
done, Old Man Logan will be
Yes.
in the Marvel comic book universe.
Yes.
And regular Wolverine is still dead.
Yes.
Jeez.
So like they could have that character front and center still by the time the movie comes out, about a year or so.
Still excited about it.
This is too much
I
stuff.
cannot wait to see the trailer in full high def. It seemed like so cool.
The Apocalypse trailer?
Yes.
Man,
The Apocalypse trailer.
When I just read the description of it before watching the leaked footage, and I was so excited just reading text about this trailer.
Yes.
Like, I think it's going to
That's
blow
exactly
Days of Future Past
what
out
it
of the
was.
water.
Yeah. Just reading the description, that's what made me watch the crappy version that's out there. And you know, the big thing out of Comic-Con, also the big theme was, you know, Superman versus or Star Wars panel happens. As soon as the Star Wars panel ends, the live vlog of StarWars.com puts the video up. So it was like immediate afterwards, because there was no stream of it at all. It was just bloggers blogging the moments. Same deal with Batman v Superman. As soon as the panel is over, here's the trailer, full high def. And then the next one, we'll jump right into it. DC's panel started with the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad is going.
We'll finish with that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
But you're right. Fox did not show their trailers when they were done.
Yes.
Like it's like they don't know how this works.
Yes.
Oh.
And now.
We got Fantastic Four today.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now they're fighting the whole deal. Like, we're never going to come back to Comic-Con because they can't control this. So that's, you know, there's a big deal, and it happens to be every year, I guess, that studios just say, you know, never coming back. This year, we saw two big studios just say, nah, we're not interested. You know, we have our own stuff.
Last thing I want to call out from Saturday, announced that Batman the Killing Joke, the is going to be an animated movie. Bruce Timm, who, I
love Bruce Timm,
is behind it. He's from Batman the Animated Series.
Yes.
Batman the Killing Joke was originally written by Alan Moore. This is a pivotal moment in Batgirl's life, Batman's, Joker's, and depending on how you interpret the ending, and even the way Alan Moore kind of wrote the ending, in theory, Batman kills Joker, like in the final scene. But some people are like, no, he doesn't, because it kind of happens like slightly off panel.
Yes.
But
do you recommend people to go read The Killing Joke?
After you paint me in a corner, yeah, it's good. It's a good series. Like it's a good, not series. It's a trade paperback. Okay. It's a good quick read. Yeah, it's a good graphic novel.
Interesting.
Adult graphic novel.
Yeah, there's definitely adult themes associated with this.
Interesting tidbit on that. I don't know if it was like 2 years ago, maybe. Mark Hamill was doing an interview.
Yes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he said, like, he was retired as Joker, but he would return to voice the Joker if they did an animated Killing Joke. So I'm wondering if he's going to stick to that.
There's big, like petitions online. If you go on Twitter and like search the Mark Hamill himself, that's his handle. There's tons of people tweeting at him like Mark Hamill, do the Killing Joke. We got to see, I didn't get to see him, face to face do the joke the Joker, but we got to see him through simulcast do Killing the Joker. Oh man, he's outstanding.
No, I mean, like, no offense to Troy Baker, who did the Joker in Batman Arkham Origins, or I don't know about someone I can remember, or other people who've done the voice of the Joker. Mark Hamill is Joker. Kevin Conroy is Batman. Like, they've been in those roles, and even when in the animated series, not counting like the fact they did it in the Arkham games and Justice League and other properties and other animated. Like, anytime they have an animated Batman movie and it's not Kevin Conroy, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, why did you mess this up? This is such a simple.
I feel like if they got Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill to do like an Alan Moore adaptation, this could be a theatrical release.
Wow.
It'd be a big deal.
Until Batman Begins, I said, God damn it.
What?
Mask of the Phantom?
Mask. I was going to say, the Mask of the Phantom was my favorite Batman movie. Like, I thought that was great.
Yeah.
So, that was the animated.
That was a great animated.
And that was a theatrical release, right?
Yeah, it did.
Let's see. I mean, they've done such a good job with these animated recreations. Dark Knight Returns is a great movie.
Absolutely.
Panel by panel of the comic book. So, exciting.
Hateful Eight?
Hateful Eight was
Drew, tell us about that.
Oh,
Sunday.
man. Hateful Eight.
Sunday.
He had a question in his voice, so it sounds like...
No, I mean, I didn't know if we were done with Saturday or whatever. So, yeah,
Hateful Eight was Sunday.
I watched the Hateful Eight panel this afternoon while at work.
What?
And, hopefully no one at work is listening.
Oops. Hopefully everyone at work is listening.
Or that, yeah. Double-edged sword. But for me, it was most interesting to hear Tarantino. He was the first one to come out, obviously, and he kind of chatted up with the host, who was that comedian, Chris Hardwick. And
the Nerdist.
Yeah. He, they were talking a lot about film projection and why he chose 70mm, which, I'm really into, and I loved hearing him talk about that. He said that the reason he chose 70mm, I'm drawing a blank here. It wasn't like from the beginning, though. It kind of evolved. He said it wasn't like something he thought of that it had to be this way or whatever. But yeah, then they started bringing out the cast. Of course, Kurt Russell was the first to come out. They got 7 of the 8, all but Samuel L. Jackson were there.
Samuel L. Jackson is somewhere overseas somewhere. Like, he just tweeted out a picture this morning and says, getting ready for the races, and it's just a picture of a bunch of boats. Like, he's in the middle of the because cool. that I knew he missed that panel. I'm like, what the hell is he doing?
He was the only one missing. They didn't really mention him either.
He's a bad motherfucker, man. You don't mess with him.
Yeah. So yeah, that was great. They showed footage, but it wasn't available online. Obviously, like they cut off the panel during the showing of the footage. But I really look forward to seeing something coming out of this soon.
Any big reveals, details, more?
The big reveal, Tarantino waited until the very end. First I want to mention because this is very close to my heart. One of the first questions he was asked from the audience was about somebody asked 2 questions, and their second question was, will we see the bride again? And which he has said in interviews years ago, yes, the bride will come back, and then he kind of took that back, which is what Tarantino does, saying, maybe it won't work out, maybe I can't do this, or whatever. That can't think of anything.
When the daughter was ready for revenge, he would write the story about the bride, and
so his answer to this question at Comic-Con was a maybe, because he said that he and Uma Thurman talk about it a lot, and that she's okay, she wants to do it. So, and he said, we got to wait for Vernita Green's daughter to grow up or whatever, and so she can kill her.
You can't recast that. It has.
That only makes it that much better if they use the same people.
That girl we got.
She might not be a good actress though.
For a 30-second scene, we need to wait till she's older.
I mean, it would be great. I mean, it doesn't have to be the same actress, obviously, but no one would ever tell.
The fact that he didn't flat out say no. That was great.
What was the second part of the question?
The fact that he did not say no.
Okay, that was the second part?
No, I don't remember what the first one was because I didn't care. The reason I watched this was hoping to see something about Kill Bill come up.
Which, in conventions, if you have multiple questions, go back to the line. Yeah. It's not a
2-part question, and it ends up being two different questions.
Right.
Well, I'm glad this person did it.
There's a lot of people who want to ask questions.
And there's usually 4 of them get to go, you know?
So, any other big reveals?
The big reveal, Tarantino waited until the end, you know. We heard some quotes from each of the actors, whatever, nothing interesting, nothing really about the movie. But Chris Hardwick asked Tarantino, so you want to wrap this up? You got something? And Tarantino's like, oh, wait. He's like, I've been holding this until the end, you know, I haven't said anything about this. He's saying, I've never had any scores written for my movie, but I thought since this was like a true Western that it needed a real Western score, and you know, just a week or 2 ago finalized the deal that Ennio Morricone is going to score the movie, which, you know, he's most well known for The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yep, spaghetti westerns.
But the biggest thing that Tarantino was sure to point out was that this would be his first Western score
original
in
Western
40 years.
Yep.
So
Dodd made that panel for me too.
Right.
The only thing I read on that panel was exactly that.
So what was the big reveal?
That was it.
That
Ennio Morricone is coming back.
He's gonna
whatever.
That's huge, Chris.
Nobody watches movies for music.
Except 2 of the people here.
You watch with your eyes closed?
Every pivotal scene.
Yes.
There's so many pivotal scenes in Tarantino films that have been scored to Morricone's
already existing music
that already exist, and to the point that he's just reusing the same music to his movies. I cannot be, I'm so glad. Tarantino understands how big of a deal this was. He's like, the big reveal is this. People went nuts in that panel for that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
I am definitely going to the closest 70mm projector for this one.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what that is?
No, it has not been. There's no list been released yet.
Yes,
but he did mention in the panel that they have.
They're working on it.
They are
this
indeed
this winter,
retrofitting some auditoriums. Yeah, Christmas Day.
Okay.
So you're going to see Star Wars or?
You would have already seen Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Star Wars came out Christmas.
No, December 18th.
December 18th.
The week before Christmas. It's just the Christmas season. It's just the Christmas season.
Did you request Christmas off and not the 18th? What are you doing?
No, hang on, because it said
in the trailer it says this Christmas.
Yeah,
but they're not saying Christmas Day. It's Christmas.
This Christmas season.
Okay,
trailers do that all the time.
December 18th, man. Believe us.
Gaming comes out this Christmas.
So
anything released this summer? You're gonna think it's May 1st?
Well, summer doesn't start until.
Well, I'm saying summer movie season starts.
Something else that I saw across the board on this Comic-Con panel was big, large format. More directors are using it. We're gonna see Fantastic Four in a large format. It was recorded in large format. We're gonna see Star Wars in one of the scenes behind the scenes featurettes. We see IMAX cameras being used. For special effects shots, so it should be pretty cool. And
supposedly, it's only one scene in Star Wars, so it probably won't be the
back
what you were just symboling.
Yeah, and I think we already seen most of that scene.
Yeah, I think it's the Falcon chase in the desert.
Yeah,
for sure.
In Jakku.
Anything else from Hateful you want to call out?
No, that's about it.
All right. Last thing, we're extinguishing DC. Suicide Squad trailer released yesterday.
Yes.
So that came out. Edgar.
There are too many cooks. I couldn't tell anyone apart. Like, obviously, it's our Harley Quinn apart. She's going to be great. Will Smith is just Will Smith. And then Jared Leto, I really liked as the Joker. So that was it. There's too many people in that damn trailer. I know, but like 3 people looked alike to me. That was just my opinion. But I can't wait. But it's also a year away.
It looks so good.
More than
everything, all the pictures that have been leaked, the director just said, all right, I leaked, we leaked this chase scene with Batman sitting, chasing the Joker around. We're going to put that in this trailer. We're going to, Will Smith as a Deadshot propelling down a building with his mask on. We're going to show you that.
It's probably not Will Smith, though.
I don't know.
He's not Tom Cruise, all right.
Man, he played Ali.
He was in his trailer.
He took punches as Ali.
Oh, did he?
Oh, yeah.
Without gloves on?
No. He trained, man, dude. Anyways,
yeah.
That trailer, the highlight really is Jared Leto. The Joker, getting to see what the new Joker is going to be.
I didn't dislike
Out of that whole trailer, to me, the highlight is the Joker. Regardless, everybody else looks fantastic. They make this movie appear to be relevant to the point that I'm like, this sounds like a good movie. I'll watch it. So I'll definitely Jared Leto. I'm with Edgar on this one. I absolutely like the way that this is portrayed. This is the human Joker. This is a very...
As opposed to the robot Joker?
I don't know what you mean by that.
The human Joker, he's not over the top. He is like the guy in the psych...
Not over the top.
No, like he's the guy in the psych ward. He's not like Heath Ledger's Joker, which is outstanding. He's not cartoony over the top. He's just straight out like sinister crazy. Like he's loony, but he's not, like...
The Joker helped kill...
Jason Todd.
That's what I think. It's what we're seeing in that trailer, by the way. I think that is...
Yeah, going back to the bat suit in Batman vs. Superman.
We know the timeline. The timeline of Suicide Squad takes place before Dawn of Justice. Yeah. So it could be. It could be that's what we get to see the Joker in. I like the Joker. I don't know how better to explain it, but I think he's the most human portrayal of Joker.
It's funny, at one point they're like, oh, he doesn't actually have all those tattoos. They kind of like, because I guess people were freaking out. He has all those fucking tattoos.
He has the tattoos.
Yeah. He's not as pale as he looked in the photos, though.
Right.
And no criticism do I have is to the actors by any stretch of the imagination. I think Jared Leto is doing a great job with the role that I'm sure he's provided in the script, and he does seem to be portraying that well. That Joker looks terrible. Like, I don't give a fuck about the...
Physically, yeah.
It's so off. And, that's... I know I've already had, like, the Heath Ledger, the Joker I wanted, and there was the 80s Joker, which was very comic booky. So I have had 2 interpretations, and I have the animated series. So maybe I should just shut up and let them do something different. But I hate this direction of Joker. It looks weird. It looks so punk and just like, and by that I just mean like, hey, we're doing things different. Look how different we are. Aren't we different? And you say he's human, but one of the plot synopses I heard is that the Suicide Squad gets together to hunt Joker. So he is going to be over the top because he is going to be thwarting 20 fuckers.
Yeah.
Like a crocodile.
I know.
Oh, Killer Croc, yeah.
Which I think the crocodile looks great, by the way.
Killer Croc.
Yeah, he does.
From what they showed. His makeup blows
he
the
looks
thing
like
out
the
of the
Thing,
water.
but in a different tint. Like they put the saturation down.
Yeah, I thought it looked great.
The Joker feels like it's out of like from Batman Beyond or something, because Batman Beyond, it's a different spin on it. But
I thought like when he first comes out and he's like, "I'm not gonna kill you" or something. And I was like, "Wow, that's almost exactly like a line from The Dark Knight." And I didn't really like the way it sounded. Then like when they actually show his face and he's talking, I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." I think he's doing a good job. Yeah, really bad, which is improper grammar, by the way.
And I don't know, like this, too much Harley Quinn in this trailer. Like, and I know, like
they're doing sex appeal on her big time.
Oh, keep showing me sex appeal. That was fantastic.
Are you the devil? No, are you a fucking
yeah,
retard?
I forgot about that, but yeah, that was kind of weird.
Oh, and like I don't know, and like licking the bars and like all that, and like I mean, like I'm sure she's gonna have some great scenes, but like just way too much.
I agree.
And so many of the codes of those characters, like you said, are so completely ridiculously interchangeable. Like we have Harley, Deadshot, and then the random guy who says, "Oh, it's always the crazy ones," which is just a line to set up Harley reaction, and that's it. Like the other,
That's supposed to be Tom Hardy.
Oh yeah. The other 10 characters don't have a speaking line, and they look weird. And I know I'm putting my fucking Chris hat where I shit on everything. And I don't mean to.
Take it off.
But like, it was just I don't know. It's weird because I can't like point to any one scene that Harley did that like really bothered me. But like overall, it just felt too much. Oh, I'm using my baseball bat as a shotgun, and oh, I'm all weird and I hang upside down.
Yeah, she is very
like.
strange.
It's just I don't know. And the one thing that like legitimately I thought was dumb was Deadshot's character being like, "Let's go save the world."
Yeah, Will Smith.
And I'm like, no, you guys aren't the Expendables. You're not a ragtag team of misfits that, despite your like bad boy vibes, wants to save the world. No, you have bombs planted in your head, and you were doing this because you are forced.
I think there's a bit of sarcasm in that.
Deadshot, though.
I know.
They show him being as like the most human of these villains. He has a reason.
And one of the other ones who we don't know what it is like kissing his wife or something.
I don't think he was kissing his wife. He looked like he was about to.
Oh, that looked romantic.
That scene looked like he was gonna fuck the brains out of somebody.
Yeah.
Like.
I don't like Will Smith.
Positively.
Positive.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't like Will Smith as a supporting character. Like he's not going to do it.
I don't think he's a supporting character.
He should be like based off like
who got to speak out of that whole panel of
Will Smith,
Harley Quinn, Maggie.
No, she did. Margaret. What's his name? Margaret Robbie. She didn't get to speak.
Margot
Robbie did not get to speak in the panel.
We got the panel.
In the panel.
In the trailer.
Oh.
In the panel, Will Smith took the microphone and says, "This is for you guys. We're going back to
movie star."
Like the one problem other than that like first line the Joker spoke that I had with the trailer was Will Smith because he's just Will Smith.
Yeah, he's just Will Smith.
I can't not see Will Smith, and it's sad. And I know he's capable of not being Will Smith. Right? Yeah. I mean, Ali was okay, but
After Earth, he's
after Earth.
He's nowhere near Will Smith that entire movie.
He's a fucking robot in that movie. But I mean, like.
Will Smith was miscast in this movie, in my opinion.
He was not.
Yeah, he should be Rick Flag. He should be the leader of the group, and should be front. Deadshot is a breakaway character, and maybe Will Smith.
I feel like Deadshot should be more silent, right? You would think he's a quiet guy. I mean, I don't know anything about Deadshot. Oh, like I mean, in the comics, he seems more like a quiet.
He's snarky and like.
Is he? So it's like a Deadpool.
Not that bad. Nowhere near that bad.
Okay. Well, I guess that's okay.
It looks great.
But I love this trailer as a trailer. I think it was so well put together. The music was great, and I love that the music went along with scenes they were showing, especially when Harley Quinn's bubble popped to a gunshot and then the music like halted. I thought that was really, really good.
The music?
Like, it got me excited. I mean, I was excited for this movie just because of the director. But like now seeing this footage, I'm really excited for this movie.
Again, another director that you're like, where did he come from? And he seems to like just seeing him in that panel.
David Ayers.
I know, but seeing him in that panel command the panel, like it was incredible seeing his interviews.
He is a director.
That music,
very good.
That music felt very like Age of Ultron. Like, we took
Transformers, dude.
We took kind of a slightly like
in the beginning
lyrics, and then but like we made them a little bit more like slow.
The
and
second half when the dialogue stopped,
and like
when the dialogue stopped and it was all music and just like shooting and shit.
Do we know
that was good? Like
we don't
the beginning,
know who's gonna score that.
I agree. The beginning is very Ultron-like,
and it's just very like, oh, look how kind of artsy our movie is.
Well, they're obviously going for different.
They're still filming this movie. They're still filming this movie.
It's a year away.
You showed me that trailer. I'm sold. I'll be there. Like, don't show me any more trailers. I'm sold. With just this trailer, I would be there opening day.
I want Will Smith to be good in this because he's one of my favorite actors.
Will Smith will be great at this.
I don't think so.
I really hope.
I think Will Smith will distract us.
All right. Here's the deal. when Dawn of Justice sucks as a movie, it's gonna be great. We're gonna watch it on opening day. It's gonna make tons of money because everyone's got to see it at least once. When that movie just like everyone watches it and then the effect wears off and you're like, that movie kind of sucked. This is the only redeeming point that DC Comics has before they make anything else. So they're already riding on their second.
Bill's gonna ask us if the latest trailer for Suicide Squad redeems Batman vs Superman.
It might. It saved the DC universe for me. It like that was the highlight out of DC.
They're taking risks on this movie.
To me, DC's panel was not won by Batman v Superman. It was by Suicide Squad.
For me,
for 10 minutes.
Star Wars, Apocalypse, Suicide Squad. Those are my top 3 from Comic-Con.
The winners?
Yeah. What about you, then?
I liked Heroes coming back. We didn't talk about Heroes. Heroes coming back was a great thing.
Did you see the trailer?
Yes.
Did you care for it?
No. Because I love Heroes so much. Like, I cared about it so much, and I care that everyone's coming back. The trailer looked crappy, but I still like it.
One moment in the trailer, I love Zachary Levi. Like, I love Chuck, I love Tangled, I love a lot of stuff he was in. There's a scene in the trailer where I go, he's an asshole. He's playing a bad guy.
Yeah.
In theory, for this movie, for this series, yeah.
I liked, coming out of Comic-Con, I liked Heroes coming back. I also liked the Batman vs. Superman trailer. I watched that like 30 times. I loved it. It gave me goosebumps every time I watched it. And what was the last thing I was thinking of was the Apocalypse footage.
Okay.
If I had seen Hateful Eight footage, that probably would be in my top 3, but I didn't, so.
Okay.
Still waiting
Chris,
on that.
what about you? Who wins? Who wins?
We do. The fans win. We get a win.
San Diego wins.
He took his hat off.
San Diego gets Comic-Con again next year, so.
Ryan Reynolds wins.
I agree. I agree.
Like, he works that crowd. He gets his redemption. He gets his Deadpool movie. He's been lobbying for this. He's been lobbying for this forever.
So Fox killed it.
I mean, they did at one point.
Like, the director at one point in the panel says, to the point that, like, we bugged XX so much for this movie. They just said, just get it over with, get it made. And they're like, okay. And they started shooting like the week after.
Do you think Deadpool getting an R means Suicide Squad will get an R?
I hope
think
so.
they'll keep it at the PG-13?
I hope Suicide Squad gets an R. I really do.
Yeah, if it's PG-13, it's going to be like Sucker Punch or something.
Oof.
I think that was rated R, but it just sucked.
I think Suicide Squad can get away with a PG-13, but I want to see an R-rated. I think just based on what I saw from that director,
I feel like
he's going to make an R-rated movie.
I feel like if this is a PG-13 movie, it's going to be one of Will Smith's demands, probably. He doesn't want to be in an R-rated film for his children.
Oh.
What is that?
All
True?
his
No, I
kids
mean,
are
I'm just
grown up.
Was it After Earth?
I feel like that's something.
All his kids are grown up.
No? I've never seen it. I
All
don't
his
know.
kids are grown up. I think that no longer
His
stands.
son is, but
All his
he has a
kids.
younger daughter.
The younger daughter is like 16.
She
Willow?
whips her hair back and forth.
Yes.
Okay, I guess he's ready then.
But he
ready
does
for
want to
the
become
R-rated.
like the family-friendly guy.
Yeah,
like he
yeah.
wants families to come
But
out.
It's like Deadshot. He wants to be a family-friendly guy.
No. When he
gonna be
took
like
on
Jim
this
Carrey
role,
doing,
when he
Kick-Ass
took on
2.
this role, he knew he was what he signed up for.
David
I hope
Ayer's
they
only
make it
done
an
R-rated
R-rated.
films, right?
I hope they make it an R-rated. They got the content, and to make it right, they're definitely like
Which will be monumental because Batman is in this movie. It'll be like the first
Ooh,
R-rated
it's
film that
PG-13.
featured Batman.
Yeah.
It's PG-13.
Reiterate my
No,
point.
it's done.
DC.
Drew brought it up.
Yeah.
Yes, but to this point, DC as a whole, they just said, "Screw the little kids. We're making this for the older, the young adult audiences."
No,
They're not going to make money then.
just like the 1980s RoboCop was. Like, kids watch that. We watch that. We bought
Yeah.
those toys. DC's doing the same thing. Parents don't know.
But they're
any
not
better.
targeted.
I mean,
Parents don't
they
know any
filmed,
better. Like,
right.
they're still.
They filmed an R-rated version of Wolverine, but did not release it.
Okay.
I mean,
But
but
Wolverine-
R-rated just had more blood. It wasn't.
Yeah, I
like-
think that's probably what
they took the
Wolverine-
blood out.
Yeah.
and
There was one scene, like I saw the unrated version, and like they like it did get a little gruesome.
Yeah.
Like in that like one fight sequence.
I've
I
only
mean,
seen
they
Wolverine.
might do that with Suicide Squad as well. I mean, no, that's Marvel and DC separate entities. But
Which one's the one that just came out?
The Wolverine.
The Wolverine? Instead, we're going to have one that's just called Wolverine?
We don't know.
I don't think we have a title for it.
No, they just showed the logo.
Okay. I've only seen the movie once. I don't care to watch it again.
Oh, that movie was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
I think that was It was. I think it's one of the better X-Men movies.
Yes, and you should see the alternate ending. I thought that made the movie even better.
When he gets to see?
Yes, man.
Oh, whatever.
Absolutely.
But you get the post-credit scene with Xavier and Magneto, and that was awesome.
Yes.
And you go...
with Bishop?
You went to the bathroom. I remember I went to see the movie with you, and you went to the bathroom and you missed it.
I can't help it. I get in the bathroom sometimes.
Was that really Bishop? Did we ever get that confirmed? Because Bishop doesn't time travel. So, whatever. Anyway.
Who are your winners, Chris?
Pardon?
Who are your winners? Winners of Comic-Con?
Ryan Reynolds, he said.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
That's just one? Just one?
Yep.
Okay.
He won it. He won Comic-Con.
He won all three of them?
Ryan Reynolds, and we didn't talk about it, but anybody, like, Death of Superman Lives. The fact that
dude, I put that in the agenda. Because I wanted to see that.
It is released
I wanted
as
to
of
see
today, July 14th. This movie is
yes,
out.
Cheapest way to watch it was $15.
$15 gets you just the movie.
Digital.
$20 gets you digital movie plus behind the scenes and featurettes and extra.
You got to get the full package, man. I want to see everyone talking about this shit.
Yes,
I mean,
$29.
It's funny because it is a documentary. So, like, behind the scenes of our
making of documentary.
making of behind the scenes movie that failed.
Alright,
Like,
that's fine. I'm fine with
it should
that.
almost be included in like
If you guys don't already
stuff.
know, like I like Kevin Smith a lot. What? One of the coolest things is of the DVDs that I own on An Evening with Kevin Smith 2, which is An Evening Harder with Kevin Smith. He talks about this when he was writing.
John Peters and the spiders.
The
I thought it
spiders.
was the first one.
No, it was the second one.
Okay.
He only answers one question.
Yeah. And it's the Superman. And then that's one of the special features that's on this. It's that exact 40-minute answer.
I will buy that movie.
I think I saw that was the first one I watched with you. I saw
Second one.
the second one before the first one, and
Yeah.
I loved that story.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the only one that topped it, I think it was in the third
Bruce
one.
Willis.
He talks about working with Bruce Willis. That was
All right.
amazing.
Who won Comic-Con to you, knowers? Let
Yes.
us know in the comments below or shoot us an email at chris@nerdyxp. That's right, shoot us an email at me. If you want to hear more from us, you can follow us on Twitter. You can check Guillermo out.
I'm at that guy in line.
Edgar? Whatever.
Identity crisis.
What's your other podcast, Joe?
Straight Chilling Podcast.
Go to the subreddit
Facebook, iTunes. Yes, apparently on Reddit.
r/horror.
Podomatic.
I do love Twitter. Don't get me wrong. I love Twitter. I just don't tweet that often. I don't know why you guys will follow me. Don't follow me. I'm not
I don't
following you.
tweet ever.
I just retweet what Alan retweets, my younger brother. That's all I retweet.
Oh, God.
I'm going to mute both of you.
Anyway.
I'm Chris. You can follow me at NerdyXP. You can check out my website, nerdyxp.com, for features, reviews on movies and games. I do another podcast on Thursdays called the Nerdy XP Gamecast, so check that out. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
Chris.
And thank you out there for listening. I hope that you enjoyed this week's episode and that we were able to help you with your movie IQ. Love up, friends.